Paid in Full is one of the first few side jobs that you will be encountering in Cyberpunk 2077. Unlike a lot of the other side jobs that you will be encountering, Paid in Full actually comes with quite a heavy prerequisite where you are required to obtain 21,000 in-game currency or Eurodollars to actually be able to complete this job. Now, there's 3 key questions around this. 1, what do I get for completing this job? 2, how do I get the cash needed? And 3, is there any point to this? So, for question 1 there, what do I get for completing this job? If you're looking for XP or skills or sort of like a reputation increase, etc., you don't get anything. There is none of that. What you do get is an extra Ripper Doc, and by that I mean you actually unlock Victor as a Ripper Doc. So you might be also asking the same sort of question there of, okay, so what can Victor do that the other Ripper Docs can't do? And from my experience so far, he can't do anything more than what other Ripper Docs do. So again, that's probably the end for a lot of people's adventure into this point, where you're not really going to get much benefit apart from the extra job completed. Okay, so the second question then would be, how do I get the cash needed? Now, my advice is, if you're quite early on in the game, you're going to struggle more to generate that 21,000 in-game currency. But if you're really persistent and you really want to do it early on in the game, my advice would then be to go and do the gigs, other side jobs, assaults and so forth. The highest yield that I've seen personally so far is from gigs. I could be wrong, and there could be better yields elsewhere. But for now, that's what I'd advise. So to actually find the gigs, all you need to do is open your map, and you're looking for the question marks. So for instance here, this is undiscovered so far, but that is a gig, that's a gig, that's a gig, so everything with a question mark is a gig. And that is probably going to be the easiest way for you to generate that 21,000 in-game currency. Now, I'm not sure about the actual return per gig. At my level, I'm receiving about 2,000 to 4,000, but it's very variant. I don't know if a lower level you'll receive less, and so forth. But either way, that's how you generate the cash for it. Now, the final point would be, is there any point to this? Early game, I'd personally say, no, don't waste your time, you're not going to get anything from it. Later game, when obviously your in-game currency is going to be a lot more, you'll have a lot more available to you, and you kind of, well, like for me at the moment, I'm mid-ish game, so I've got almost 90,000 in-game currency, 21,000 off that's really not going to do me much harm, so, you know, I'm about to cash this in, because I just want to get it off my side jobs. But either way, that in a nutshell is the paid in full side job for Cyberpunk 2077. I will obviously show you now how to complete that side job, but there's not really much to it. Go speak to Victor, give him cash. Hey presto.
Finally scrounged up a... Was thinking about...